excuse me, I burp a lot and I cough a lot, so I apologize. So this video is just going to pretty much talk about all the good I can think of. I was supposed to be writing them down, but I didn't, because I always told myself I'd remember that. But we don't remember it, do we? We sure don't. This video is just going to talk about all the good I can think of right now. So it probably will be way random, because I'm going to say it as soon as my brain remembers it. My papa thinks that this is a great idea. It's not me bragging about me. It's me bragging about God and all the good that's happened, because so much good has happened that it is not luck. It's something more, something bigger than us. First and foremost, I'm not in a hospital. That's just a myth. When the CT surgeon showed us the mass, the extent of the mass, and was showing us how it's sitting on my heart. It's not attached to any organs. It's encapsulated. Therefore, it means that my body had taken the cancer and covered it, like, to protect it. So the cancer is encapsulated, which is, once again, great, because my cancer is in my chest, from on top of my heart, like, which is the reason why I had such a high heart rate, down to my trachea, wrapped around it, and wrapped around my bronchi. Well, it'll be this way, and towards the bottom of my left lung. Once again, not adherent to any of those organs, vital organs, just encapsulated. That itself is a miracle. Now, the second miracle is that I'm not on oxygen, because it is like choking me. Like, that is why I have my cough, and that is why I have the burps. Because when the CT surgeon was showing us, he said, "Do you see that small teardrop shaped?" And we're like, "Yeah." He said, "That is supposed to be a circle, not a teardrop shape. That is why you're coughing. And the mass is just taking up the space." My heart rate, I can tell when my heart rate's up. I get more exhausted easily. So I'm on metoprolol for that until the mass can shrink and, like, take the pressure off my heart. So my heart rate, I think at the hospital it was like 150s, 160s, like, but we've got it down to hundreds now, which is great, unless I do something extraneous, like take a long shower. If I take a short shower, I'm okay. So that is another miracle. So then after my biopsy, a couple days later, we saw the oncologist, and he said, "Any shortness of breath whatsoever, get to the hospital immediately. I'm going to admit you." Like, and here I am, just running my mouth like always. You know what I mean? Like, no oxygen, just yap, yap, yap. You know, good old Jonah. Third, we were able to get the diagnosis quickly. We didn't have insurance, so therefore we were able to pick and choose what we could do, what we had to do. We didn't have to wait for permission. I am in a lot of medical debt right now, but we're working on that. I'm not worried about that. That is probably the second to the last thing on my mind. Okay? But what would take people with insurance 6 months to a year to find out, we got in 2 months. Because I had the cough for a couple months, and then we took 2 months, so I had this cough for 4 months, which my doctor thinks it started bothering me in June, but that's another story. So once again, blessing upon blessing there. Like, we did not, because those 2 months felt like a year. And I cannot imagine people going through this, waiting for the insurance to say you have to do it this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then we'll get it. When you could totally just do it, just get in there, get it, find out. Like, I'm not worried about a scar. I'm not worried about least invasive. I'm worried about... Another thing that I cannot go without saying is we saw a couple lose their baby, I think in Logan or that area, and I couldn't imagine at all. No. Like, anybody who knows me knows that kids are the thing we don't mess with. Like, when it comes to me, I can't think of anything that we could justifiably do anything against kids and be justified. Nothing at all. Nothing. That is probably one of the hardest things that I have with talking to God and stuff. Is because children are so innocent, and this world is so cruel, and it's just like, that's one of the things I can't comprehend. But anyways, I'm not working. We're saving. I worked a bunch. We saved up our money before I stopped working so we could pay bills and, you know, go as far as we can. But I just really felt on me to give a little bit. I didn't give a lot. I think I gave like $15 or $20, and I apologize. And I told her if I was working, I'd give her more than I could ever, because my little $15 or all the money that I could give her could not compare to what she's going through. And what I'm going through is nothing compared to what she's going through. I would go through this 200 times before I would go through willingly what she has to go through. And she thanked me. She said, no, every little bit helps. Thank you so much. And that was it. And then I come home and my coworkers drop off some gift baskets. And like, oh, just amazing. Then the next day we get our electric bill. Mind you, the electric bill that we never stay in, because the treatment here in Tennessee is better and closer, is $362. My electric bill, that I've not been there, that we've got the heat turned off, we've got breakers turned off, that legit is powering the refrigerator, not even the deep freeze. We cleaned that deep freeze out. Like, it is bare minimum. $362 is our electric bill. $380 is in those gift baskets. How is that possible? That not only covered our electric bill, but that gave the money that I gave to that mom. How crazy is that? I just see stuff like, and it's just been like this, like the whole entire time. Like, just things that I cannot think of is just great. Brian is part of the lodge, and as Tanisha has explained, I was a diva, and I am a diva when it comes to the food at the hospital. That is my bad, but and I told everybody this before, when, you know, if the doctor would look at me and say this, I would do that. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing ever since they looked and said, yeah, it's cancer. It's not inflammation. Because at first they gave us a little hope and said it could be inflammation. But when they told us it was cancer, I was done. Like, nope, no more sugar. I don't even care. Gummy bears, I love gummy bears so much. They're so good. But I don't love them enough to eat them. Not like this. Absolutely not. I make my own with juice and agar, and they satisfy my little gummy craving. That's it. I don't need that. Let's see what else. About the food. So he's at the lodge, and the lodge over at Johnson City is allowing Brian to cook my food and bring it to me while I'm in the hospital. So we don't have to drive from Bristol to Johnson City for real food. Or we don't have to buy like Chipotle. Or we don't have to buy like mellow mushroom. Like restaurants that use real ingredients. Which, once again, saves money and contributes to my health. So that's another miracle. Like, I'm so glad and I'm so blessed. I've done talk for 10 minutes. See, I've got so much more to say, but those are just a few of the miracles that I'm talking about. And hopefully I can keep up with them as they happen, and I will tell them as they happen. But my Papa Dan told me I needed to make a video specifically for miracles. So, y'all have a safe and productive day.